Hi, my lovelies. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you a story about an incident that happened in Uganda in the early 2000s. This story is about a man and a woman who murdered or massacred around 500 people under the umbrella of a cult, or call it a religion. Let's dive into the story. In the hills of southwestern Uganda, in a place so quiet, you would hear birds before you hear footsteps. A tragedy unfolded in the year 2000 that the world will never forget. A tragedy planned, prepared, and carried out with chilling precision. This is the story of Chibwetele incident, a story of faith, fear, deception, and a fire that swallowed over 500 souls. Joseph Chibwetele, once a respected local leader and a good Catholic man, had changed. He claimed to see visions. He said the Virgin Mary spoke to him. Neighbors whispered, "Joseph has become strange." One night, he told his family, "God has chosen me. He speaks to me. He has shown me the end of the world." And this was the start of it all. His wife was terrified. Many thought he needed help, but then he met a woman who would change everything. This woman was known as Credona Mwerinde, a barmaid, a woman with a sharp mind and a mysterious past. She claimed she survived death 3 times. She claimed she saw visions of the Virgin Mary. When she met Chibwetele, she told him, "I have been waiting for you. God has chosen us both." She was persuasive, powerful, and knew how to control people. Soon she became the real leader. Chibwetele only became the face. They formed a group, the movement of the restoration of the 10 Commandments of God. Their message, the world would end on 1st January 2000. Those who joined them were promised salvation. This group preached across villages. Stop talking. Silence is holy. Fast for days. God will reward you. Give away your wealth. It is useless in heaven. Avoid sex. Purity is the key. People came in hundreds. Families sold land. Others donated cows, and some gave up all their savings. Why? Because the message was simple and terrifying. Repent now. The end is near. The group became strict. No laughter, no sex, no speaking, no eating. On some days, no questioning leaders. You just had to do what you were told to do. Children were separated from parents. Men and women were divided. Life became controlled, but that was the only beginning of their fall. They lived like soldiers. They prayed from sunrise to sunset. They chanted. They feared breaking any rule. If someone talked too much, they fasted for 7 days. If someone sinned, they were beaten or locked up. Some followers began to disappear. Others were told to go to heaven early. But some were too scared to leave their leaders. Some leaders told followers, "If you try to escape, Satan will kill you. If you leave us, your whole family will die in the end times." Fear kept them trapped. And on the date of 1st January 2000, the followers dressed in white, they preached all night, they sang, "Today we see God, today heaven opens." Midnight, silence, nothing happened. People started questioning. Followers started asking questions. And they started questioning their leaders. "You said today we go to heaven. The world is still here. You lied to us. Give us back our money." The leaders panicked. Credona whispered, "They will expose us. We need to act fast." And then everything changed. Followers began to demand answers. Parents asked where their missing children were. Some threatened to go to the police. Credona and other top leaders secretly met. Credona said, "They won't leave. We promised them heaven, so we shall give it to them." The leaders bought paraffin, acid, nails, paint, new padlocks, large quantities of food and soda to celebrate the final prayer. They prepared the church for a grand ceremony. but the doors were reinforced from the outside. The followers had no idea. Morning of the 17th March 2000, followers were excited. They were told, "Today heaven will open for us." Cows were slaughtered, food was prepared, music played, a celebration like never before. People drank soda, ate well, then gathered for the last prayer. They sang hymns, they cried, they held hands. The leaders locked the doors from outside. Windows were nailed shut, no way out. Suddenly, a loud explosion, then fire. Black smoke filled the building within seconds. People screamed, "Open the door, we are burning, help us," but no one opened. No leader returned. The flames swallowed everyone inside. Over 500 followers died in that building. Villagers saw the smoke. When they arrived, nothing was left but ashes, bones, and twisted metal. Police arrived after all this had happened. At first they thought it was a suicide, but then they found mass graves at other cult properties, bodies of children, bodies tied with ropes, bodies with signs of poison, bodies with signs of being stabbed, and bodies showing signs of strangulation. Investigators realized this is not suicide. It was not, and it would never be suicide. It was a planned, calculated murder. The leaders vanished days before the fire. Chiwetel disappeared. Credona disappeared. Other top leaders vanished. Interpol issued international warrants. No leader has ever been found. Some rumors say they fled to Congo. Others say they died before the fire. Others whisper they changed identity and live abroad. No one knows. Uganda mourned. Hundreds of families were left searching for answers. The government created stricter laws for religious groups. Churches were investigated, and the world looked at Uganda in shock. Kanungu will forever remain a place marked by pain. The Kanungu tragedy was not just a fire, it was a story of manipulation, blind faith, fear, and the power religious leaders can have over desperate souls. The story of Chiwetel is a warning. Be aware of those who promise heaven while leading you straight into fire. That is all for today. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. If you are a fan of this kind of stories, please consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell so that whenever we upload a new video, you get it straight into your notification box. I love you. Stay tuned.